ConstruGuide.
Magazine.
Building ideas.
Manny here with ConstruGuide, and we're here with Cesar Cardenas, and he's going to tell us a little bit about ArqCarpa, his company.
Thank you.
And we're just going to ask him a couple of questions.
Okay.
All right. So as far as that you're a general contractor,
Yes, sir.
how is it that you became a general contractor for the Rio Grande Valley?
Okay. When I started working here in the Valley, my first job was working with an architect firm. I worked with Mr. Fernando Mata and Mr. Hector Garcia. They're both architects. Back in 1997. So I started working for them, and then I worked for Mr. Rick Lebensky, who already passed away out of Harlingen. After finishing working with them, I decided to open my own business and opening a general contracting company. Pretty much that was my whole intention of starting to do, not only to be designing and just having a living of designing. I wanted to get involved more into the construction field. I had previous experience and pretty much college experience in the construction field. So it's when I decided to become a general contractor. We decided to starting in the residential areas and then the multifamily, commercial, building restaurants, schools, but a lot of residential. Mostly that's what we always keep on doing, the residential area.
And in this time, how long have you been a general contractor?
We've been 15 years in business, yes.
And in those 15 years, what has been one of the main factors that you think has been the success of your company?
I think it's pretty much building what the people needs. You gotta feel, you gotta study, and you gotta analyze, the way the valley works, or the way the valley is developing. Okay, the urban growing of the whole community of the valley. So pretty much when we started building our first houses, we started building houses mostly on an average price. On an average price that you will know that you will have the confidence that they will sell. I was not going to build a $1 million home out there, not in the valley, not that it's going to be stayed here, and you never know when it's going to be sold. So when we started building houses, back in 15 years ago, that houses, they started for $85,000 to $110,000, $100,000 homes, and pretty much we started building that. So pretty much we gotta. I always tell people, you're gonna start this business is start being a little bit study what the people needs, right?
Okay. And as far as like how you're going to find out what the people need, it's not just about, I know you mentioned that it's a big factor for you not to be just an office.
No,
right?
I'm not a general contractor office guy that I'm always there. No, we like to get involved 100% at the job site. So that's one of the things that pretty much can specify me. We built several projects at the same time, so we not only concentrate on one project. We have a team out there that it's pretty much building, and they're in different stages of the construction, and they are in certain progress. But yes, I'm not an office general contractor. We get involved, and I'm always there. Pretty much supervising the whole product since once it starts to the finish. Going with everything with all the city inspections and pretty much requesting, the product by my subcontractors will be finished with the best quality that they can do.
And as far as like ArqCarpa, how does it really work? Does it mean that you guys design and then outsource it, or how does it really work?
We have a pretty much concentrated department inside my firm. We have a design department. This design, we have an architect major that he's concentrating in just designing. We have a project manager that pretty much, those guys are, pretty much designing, from 8 o'clock to 5:30, 6 o'clock p.m. every single day. Their main job is to finish every project and to turn it in as fast as they can and with the client's need. Because sometimes, mostly what we do is we design our own product and we build it and we sell it. Okay.
Okay.
But we also get the client's needs, and we are designing the custom product. So pretty much we got appointments with clients and trying to make those changes on the plans until the client gets what they need.
Okay, great. And has it helped that you haven't only focused on residential, you've also branched out in different factors of construction?
Yeah, we build commercial, we build restaurants, we build multifamily. We have built several restaurants and several multifamily apartment complexes, and some schools also we have built, industrial-wise also, and yeah, we do that.
And that helps in the staying on top of what's new.
Yeah, one of the things that I like to travel a lot, so pretty much I see the new trends of materials that are going to be they're coming. And when like I said, been 15 years in business, so pretty much we get a little bit more familiarized in all of those products that are coming out from our suppliers, and they are telling us new products that can come out, and we study them, so we do have that information.
And within the quality of the product that you provide for our clients or your clients, what is the main factor that you look into when you hire any subcontracting companies?
To be responsible, to be licensed, to have their own equipment, to be insured. It's very important for me that, and experience. It's experience. To me, it's very important to have experience in what they're doing.
So do you hire anybody that's just starting out as a subcontractor to work for you?
No, I don't hire brand new subcontractors, or they call themselves subcontractors. No, or not even somebody that can be an intermediate subcontractor. No, I gotta be sure that it's a subcontractor that does what they are saying that they're going to be doing. Right?
So you don't accept people that do hiring of other subcontractors for them. You want the main source of it.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. As far as whenever you work with any new product, or how do you make sure that the product that you're providing for your clients is the best quality and is what's up to date?
Well, we get all the structural, pretty much all the materials locally here, from suppliers here locally in the valley. But when it comes to very custom projects, very custom house or very custom commercial project, we do get involved with different suppliers, not only from here from the U.S. or locally or north from the States, but we also work with different suppliers out of Mexico and different suppliers out of Europe also. We have provided interior doors, very custom, from companies that have been in business about 250 years, with almost 5 generations of existence, in companies that build, for example, very custom doors or windows, very sophisticated windows, and even tile, or even the flooring. So we do work with different suppliers. We have all that logistic, to say it like that, that we get involved in the project with those suppliers. So we get a lot involved in that production part.
Great. And as far as, since this is very complex, there's a lot of things going on in different areas, how do you relate with, or how do you manage with authorities, municipal authorities, in getting those final inspection, done for your projects?
Like, we finalized the project here. So on our design department, it's we concentrate that the set of plans, it's finished and it's reviewed at the last minute, and pretty much with the client's need, or if it's a product that it's going to go out there and to be sold. So I just pretty much check it that everything is going to be fine. But like I said, it's been 15 years in the process, so I pretty much know what all the steps that you gotta consider with the permit passing or the inspections of the project, right? This is the foundations, is the framing stages, infiltration, installation, and pretty much not only knowing that, you gotta know what they want in each inspection. So you gotta really look at each inspection, not only call it in and that's it. So
And as far as like,
we wanna make sure that when that project is finished, it's finalized at the end with no callbacks. Okay.
and I did notice you did mention that you start from the beginning, you're there all the way
Yes,
throughout the end, so you
yes,
make sure that everything's
yes.
well done.
I get a lot involved. I'm not a general contractor office guy. You know, we get involved at the site since we start.
Great. And as far as like whenever you're gonna work with somebody new, if they have their own bank, do you have to be exclusive with like a specific bank or?
No, we work with different banks from here locally, and it all depends on the client. If it's a custom client that wants to work with a particular bank, that's fine. You know, we can work with them. Okay, but I pretty much work with most of the banks here in the valley.
That's great. Makes good. So, for anybody that's new, that's barely starting out in this industry, what would be the best thing you could tell them?
To be conservative. Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Cesar. I appreciate the time that you spent here with us and ConstruGuide to get that information from us. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
ConstruGuide.
Magazine.
Building ideas. Construction in change.